Taurus. Welcome or welcome back. You already know that my name is Lightworker Whit. I don't know where that accent comes. You already know that my name is Lightworker Whit. I don't know where that came from. Taurus, hello and welcome. All right. We're gonna get into some readings for March, okay? If this is your first time here, we're going to get into a high-level overview of what you can expect overall for the month of March. Then we're going to get into your 11 relationships reading, and we're going to look into your career and finances. Both of those spreads will look like what to expect, the unexpected theme of the month, but it's going to be a little different of what we're going to look into your monthly forecast, that's its own spread. Remember, this is a collective reading. Receive what resonates, release what doesn't, all right, babe? Even if things don't connect, okay? Leave it where it is. Just don't take something on as truth and don't try to prove anything right that I say in my reading. Just let it wash over you. Feel free to come back to this as often as you need throughout the month, okay, as things begin to unfold for you. And of course, if anything that I say resonates with you that you would like a personal reading on, remember that you have, as a light keeper, 15% off lifetime private sessions with me. Okay, that's my special thank you for being a subscriber, all right? So, and you know what? To be honest, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm going to say this. I don't even know how often I'll keep private sessions. I never, what I notice is people who get to a certain level of success, I notice that they stop doing private coaching. I noticed that as I finish my little coffee here. And I don't know that I'll ever be a person that stops private coaching because I enjoy it. But I notice I don't know if you guys have ever also noticed this, maybe people who create their YouTube, they stop offering private sessions. And maybe that has a lot to do with maybe what's going on in their life or whatever. I could imagine that maybe if I was starting to grow a family, maybe I probably would do less private sessions, but I really enjoy that one-on-one connection with you guys. But people kind of make this shift from doing one-on-one interactions into making their content reach more people as the value. I feel like I'd rather go the Tony Robbins approach though. I feel like I still want to make content, but maybe the accessibility to me might be limited. So I don't know. I'm only saying, I was why am I even talking about this? I'm just saying this because I anticipate having a large influence and sphere of influence and impact. Okay. So get a session with me while you can. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to use a card from Crystal Spirits today. I don't use this deck a lot, but I felt called to. I wanted to use something different for the month of March. So we're going to see what jumps out, and we're going to hold this to the end, okay, so it rounds out your reading. What do you have for Tauruses, the Taurus in this community? What do you have for the Tauruses, for the Lightworker Whit community? We're going to be watching this reading. What is their theme of the month, please, for Taurus? Okay. I got your card. 2 cards came out, but I'm going to do the one that I saw face up. Maybe I'll take both of them. I'll take both of them. Okay. But the great thing about this deck is I don't really work with this deck often. So I'll leave it here because I need it for Gemini. I don't work with this deck often, so I don't know all the meanings by heart. So I don't have any guesstimation of what the theme of the month might be for you. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and take a deep breath. Drop our shoulders, release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Nine of Pentacles coming out. It came out for Aries as well. Hopefully you're also embracing some of that independence and abundant energy. Okay. What do you have for the Tauruses in this community, please, Spirit? We're looking at your current self, theme of the month, key goal to pursue, obstacle to overcome, major accomplishment, what to avoid, what to embrace, where to find support and advice and encouragement. That is the spread that we're using. It's 9 positions. Current self, theme of the month, Key goal to pursue, what to avoid, what to major accomplishment, what to avoid, what to embrace. Where to find support, advice, and encouragement. Interesting. Okay. 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 Okay, this is a very interesting read for you, Taurus. What did I need to jump to your new moon reading. What the hell? If you haven't watched it, go watch that. Entering into security, trusting yourself again, pulling back your energy from people that want your attention so you can focus on self. I just did this last night, this reading. We'll have a small win by the end of the new moon. A small pleasure, perhaps something work related. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to read that because I kind of feel like this energy is like similar. It also feels very like black and gold. Like the car. I mean, I know that's kind of like the vibe of this deck. It's all very like warm tones, black and gold and whatever. But sometimes I pay attention to that, the visual of like, there's a lot of gold. So like solar plexus is very important here, your confidence. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. Current self is King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe there's a fire sign that is important to you at the start of March. But in general, this card is someone who is very much a leader, very much able to inspire others, very much feeling like confident and in charge and capable. They have a goal and they're executing it. They're like, it's like large and in charge energy, but like also you kind of like them, It's giving like, imagine The Rock, or imagine, it's very masculine energy as well. Even if you're a female, you're in your masculine, but it's like alluring masculine energy. So think of The Rock, think of Jason Momoa, who is also like a Leo. Like think of that energy of like, they just kind of have this presence about them that you can't help but to like, So that's kind of the energy that you're in right now, start of the month, Taurus. Love that for you. Feeling like you're very ready to achieve a goal. Theme of the month is 10 of Cups. So you're focused on your family and relationships, okay? And maybe it's really feeling like family and relationships for me. Sometimes the 10 of Cups can represent like a dream come true, but based on the rest of the reading here, I don't think that's the vibe here. It just feels like you're focused on your family and relationships, okay? Kegel to pursue is 3 of Swords. We've got heartbreak. We've got anguish. We've got sorrow. Now, I don't use reversals in this deck, so let's go ahead and clarify that. I would imagine that you're trying to heal from maybe disappointment, heartbreak, sorrow. But let's see. Clarify the Kegel to pursue for Taurus, please. I don't know if it's that you need to experience pain, like you need to move through some pain. Okay, we've got I was not expecting this. We've got King of Cups and King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is earth sign energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. King of Cups is water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So we've got 2 court cards here. So we got 2 people. One person, it could masculine or feminine, could be somebody who's very like emotionally driven, and then there's somebody who's also very like practically driven. Maybe materially focused, where what's the vibe? What is the vibe here? What does Taurus need to pursue? Kegel for Taurus to pursue. Something just flipped over reverse. 2 of Wands, you're getting back into alignment. 2 of Wands is like looking towards the future, but it flipped out reverse for us, and I don't use reversals in this deck. You have to go back to the drawing board, Taurus. Clarify Kegel for Taurus to pursue, please. Something's out of alignment in your life. Okay. All right, 10 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. It just feels like life is really heavy right now. You're trying to work with somebody, but it's just feeling like there's a lot on your plate. There's a lot of responsibility. Feeling like overwhelmed as well. You're going to have to reset. You're going to have to recalibrate, Taurus, because you're taking on too much. You're taking on way too much, okay? And I feel like you're trying, like, I feel like it's noble of you to try to embrace this energy. I need to think of another Taurus because I think right now, I don't know why, I just keep thinking of my ex-boyfriend. Let me, I don't, how many other Tauruses do I know? I don't know. Let me think of another Taurus in my life. I don't know. I don't know many Tauruses. I feel like I normally do have an idea of somebody else in my mind when I do Taurus's reading. But right now, I can't think of. You know a celebrity Taurus? Who's a celebrity Taurus? Because I don't want to think about my ex-boyfriend. I don't know why. I've been thinking about him a lot lately, which is interesting. Celebrity Taurus. Let's see. Oh, hey, look at that. The Rock. The Rock is a Taurus. Didn't I say? I was like, let's. When is The Rock's birthday? Dwayne Johnson. Okay, he's born May 6th. So he's a Taurus. So we're going to focus on The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. That's so funny. I didn't know he was a Taurus. Okay. We're focusing on him. Okay. He's going to be my mental image for this reading. All right. So it's taking on too much. Okay. Taking away too much, Taurus. And you got to recalibrate and realign, reassess. Obstacle to overcome is the Hangman. This is a really interesting position because the Hangman is, it represents a lot of things. It can represent needing to shift your perspective. It can represent feeling like you're in stagnant energy and needing to like kind of wait for things to play out. I don't know if this is you keeping yourself in the Hangman position, waiting on other people, waiting on other situations and circumstances, or if other people are keeping you in this holding pattern. Clarify, please, the Hangman for Taurus. Emperor, Empress, wow. And the, yeah, there's a heavy energy on parenting and the Star. Okay, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I'm not expecting a lot of things. This whole reading, Taurus, it seems like, again, because remember, theme of the month for you is family. It's feeling like there was a relationship to be healed, perhaps in relation to parenthood. It is so rare that the Emperor and the Empress are next to each other in a tarot deck, number one. The Emperor and the Empress quite literally represent mother and father figures, and it's next to the Star, which is Aquarius energy, but it's also the message to like heal and renew and rejuvenate. I feel like you need to change your perspective on a partnership, or change, I don't know where you are in your journey, Taurus. I don't know if you yourself are a parent. I don't know if you're going through something with your parents, you know, but there's a relationship to be healed right now in terms of parenthood. And this obstacle to overcome is like, you've got to work on changing your perspective. I don't exactly know how that is clicking for you, because that could manifest in a lot of ways. Like, for example, The Rock is 52 years old. I think he has children. So maybe he has to shift his focus on like how he's parenting his, like, and this happens to a lot of parents. I find I had to experience it with my parents. Like, they had to learn how to parent adults versus like trying to think my way is the highway. It's like, no. We pay our own bills over here. You can't just parent us like we're going to do what you say. You calling my phone, talking all crazy, and I pay that bill. So, you know, you have to relearn how to parent adults, right? So maybe you're in that space. Maybe you're a young parent and you're trying to figure out how to work with your partner on parenting an infant, or, you know, doing what's right and doing what's best, and have different views and perspectives. Maybe you're in a position where like your parents are in a place of transition and you're trying to figure out how to care for them. It's a lot of ways that this could be manifested. All right. Major accomplishment is the World, which is which quite literally does mean major accomplishment. So there's something coming to completion here that you were working towards. Usually the world comes up when it's something that's coming to an end, a cycle that's closing that you've been working towards. So what's coming to an end? What major accomplishment is happening for Taurus, please? Yeah, there's a transition happening. Six of Swords, a turning point, and the moon. A turning point towards healing, I want to say. The moon isn't really about healing, but it is addressing subconscious fears and anxieties. This also connects to Pisces. There's a lot of water sign energy in your reading here. It's a turning point towards moving on. It also feels like it also feels like somebody who's like moving on in the middle of the night. You ever like moved in the middle of the night because you don't want your neighbors to know or see what you're doing? Kind of feels like that's what's happening here. It's moving on in the middle of the night. There's a transition. There's a turning point. There's a course correction here. We're going to see what's happening in your love and relationships and maybe even your career to see where exactly this major accomplishment or this cycle is completing. What to avoid is Four of Pentacles. Now, this card did come up in your new moon reading, but I think it means something a little different here in your monthly forecast for March. The Four of Pentacles is about security and stability, and also oftentimes as well, holding on to what you have. It's scarcity energy, right? So avoid the feeling of lack, the fear of lack, the fear of scarcity. Avoid holding on to what you have out of fear that you won't have more, because what to embrace is literally the Ace of Pentacles. There's a new opportunity coming your way. A new beginning, something that has potential to grow. Whether or not you take it is on you. It's feeling like a fresh start is being presented to you, Taurus, to be honest. Where to find support? Eight of Swords, getting out of your head, stopping the negative self-talk. And then also where to find advice and encouragement is Eight of Cups, walking away, needing time alone, needing time for solitude. It feels like to me a relationship you need to walk away from. And it may not be permanent, Taurus. It might just be for right now. Now, your back of the deck energy is, look, and there go Chariot too, right next to each other. The Hermit I saw first, and the Chariot was right behind that. We've got Virgo energy and Cancer energy here. You might already be in a state where you've like kind of been laying low in this situation. You've just kind of been trying to fly under the radar. But now you're trying to resurface with this King of Wands energy at the start of March. Now you're like, okay, I want to take charge. I want to do something about this. But it's feeling like you're going to have to move through the hurt. You're going to have to recalibrate because it feels like a relationship has been unbalanced. It feels like you've been taking on more of the work. And you're going to have to try to figure out if you're going to keep working at this or if you're going to make a change. It is feeling like you're going to have to take a step back. I'm really nervous about this Eight of Cups here because I'm like nervous. I'm like, oh, I don't know if some of you guys are new parents. Like, I would hate to be advising you to walk away from a relationship. You've got like a newborn, right? But again, the Eight of Cups also represents sometimes needing some solitude, needing some time alone. There's definitely heavy energy here, Taurus. It's definitely heavy energy here. You're starting off March really strong, but it's feeling like you have to move through heavy energy for the duration of March. Really needing to overcome those mental blocks, really needing to overcome the self-doubt, the negative self-talk. You may even feel undeserving of this new opportunity, which is interesting. I don't know why that's coming through. It's like you might have a new opportunity that comes to you and you're like, I don't even feel like I deserve this. I'm not in the mental headspace for this. Don't be a fool, okay? Don't pass up something. I don't know, because I'm hesitant to say that because I'm like, maybe you might not be in a good position. If you're not in a position to take on a new job, like for example, let's say, I don't know, because I live in New York, so, or the New York area. So like, you really do have to take opportunities once they're presented because you don't know when it will appear again. But if possible, like let's say you're being presented with, actually this has happened before. This happened to my boss years ago. A boss, our VP of HR was retiring and they hired a new one. And like a month into her new position, her husband had tragically died. And so they had to, like on a ski accident. And so they had to pull the other VP out of retirement and ask him to like work 3 days a week until she kind of got her stuff together. So I'm using that example to say like, hey, you might need to be honest with somebody like where you're at. Like maybe there's a new opportunity, but you have to say, hey, like I really want to embrace this, but like my life right now is kind of chaotic and I can't embrace it the way that I want to embrace it. Does that make sense? Yeah. And just see if somebody's able to work with you or willing to be work with you. Yeah, Three of Swords again coming up. There's some tragedy. Chariot back in the deck energy again. Something that you're needing to move on from. I don't know if it's that a relationship didn't work. I don't know if you're broken up with, if you're heartbroken. I don't know. It's a lot going on. Okay, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to clear the deck and let's see what's going on in your love and relationships. Okay, Taurus, we're focusing on your love and relationships, what to expect, the unexpected theme of the month for you, okay? Now, this is for people who are single and dating or open to connections or people who are in committed relationships. If there are no prospects for yourself right now, just listen anyway. There might be something in this for you that you can take away and apply to your life. Or, maybe there's going to be some messages about maybe new connections coming through. But if you're looking for partnership, please put yourself out there. Make yourself energetically available, right? Put yourself out there and try to make some connections. Don't be afraid to talk to people, etc., etc. Taurus, what do we have for Taurus? What to expect, the unexpected. Theme of the month in love and relationships for Taurus, please. What to expect, the unexpected. Theme of the month, love and relationships for Taurus. Okay, so we are moving past the hurt, which is good. Okay, because there's definitely a painful situation here. What do you have for Taurus? Okay, Taurus, please. What do you have for Taurus? Yeah, okay. So interesting here. All right. What to expect? The Sun and the Knight of Cups reversed, both reversed. So when the cards are upright, the Sun represents clarity, joy, happiness. The Knight of Cups represents a romantic interest, an offer of love, usually somebody who's a romantic interest, like a Romeo type. We have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio represented with the Knight of Cups. When this energy is reversed, we've got somebody who's not invested, who's kind of a player. And then when the Sun is reversed, it's like you're not happy. It's feeling like somebody is no longer interested or not making you feel special anymore. It's feeling like the excitement of this relationship is kind of fading. I'm also hearing discarded. It's feeling like you're discarded. Okay, it's interesting. All right, and that's a really heavy feeling, so I really get it. All right, the Moon and the Page of Cups is the unexpected here. The Page of Cups typically represents happy surprise, and the Moon is Pisces energy, also like fears, disillusionment, subconscious. Page of Cups is reversed. A lot of times the Page of Cups, represents a lot of things. It's one of those cards that just represents a ton. So you got to look at what it's surrounding to understand the meaning. When the Page of Cups is reversed, sometimes it represents like working on things creatively, privately, like you're not ready to express to the world like what you're really feeling. And next to the moon, it's feeling like you're doing a deep dive of like your true feelings and like emotions around that. Yeah, it's feeling like you are doing like a deep dive and analysis, very similar to the energy that actually Aries is going through of kind of trying to, I don't necessarily think you're trying to figure out what you want. Like, I think you know what you want, where I think Aries is trying to figure that out. You're mostly trying to decipher your feeling. You're trying to unpack your feeling. So you might go through a moment this month where you actually really like let yourself go there. Do you know what I mean? If you've been trying to be really strong and you've been trying to like hold it all together, I feel like this at some point this month, you're really just going to allow yourself to really like address the fears, the anxieties, and what really is holding you back in your love life. It's feeling like doing a deep dive of emotions, and that's heavy work. Theme of the month is Six of Cups. So we've got reminiscing, reflecting, thinking about the past. Okay. We've got the World, something not being complete, something not being over. We've got the Queen of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we also have Justice, which is balance, Libra energy as well. Balance, I'll say forgiveness, sure. Forgiveness, it's not really, forgiveness is not usually associated with the Justice card, but I would say with the Six of Cups, if there is reconciliation associated with the Six of Cups sometimes. It's feeling like people are kind of laying out. We also have to remember too, March is holding our eclipses and also representative of Mercury retrograde. So I'm not surprised really to see the Six of Cups here, because that is when old connections come through, right? There's some sort of resolution then that will lead to the Ten of Pentacles, like abundance, legacy, wealth, and feeling like, okay, maybe we can really do this and we can heal. Five of Cups reversed, kind of moving on from that hurt and that grief and that sadness, right? Yeah. Let's talk about the Romance Angel card here. Attraction was the first one that came out. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This card is all about like enjoying life, literally, like doing the things you love. Literally the law of attraction, doing the things you love, and like by doing that, you attract more positive energy to yourself. We've got past life relationship here. You have known each other before. And then unrequited love. Interesting. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Do with that what you will. There does feel like there is a resolution here. With the Ten of Pentacles, you know, maybe it doesn't all come together for every one of you. Maybe it doesn't all end in a happy ending, but there is some, you are going to get, I feel like, the clarity that you're seeking by the end of March. This is so interesting. And maybe we're dealing with two different connections here, Taurus, because we've got this attraction and this past life connection here. But then we also have unrequited love. So I feel like for some of you, like I said, maybe, again, feeling discarded, right? Feeling discarded. I feel like you're realizing, all right, you know what? This isn't it. This relationship is not it. But then there's something else. There's another relationship that's like, oh, I need to focus my energy here. That you might not have thought about before. You know, maybe a connection from your past. Maybe a relationship that didn't work the first time around. You know? In short, Taurus, I think you're doing the hard work to figure your shit out in your love life. Also, this Queen of Wands, she's, whether this relates to a fire sign or not, this is somebody who like is not really, like, they're also kind of doing the work to stay away from the limelight. The Queen of Wands is typically charismatic. She's like, everybody loves her. She's like super strong. She's super like cool. When it's reversed, she's not going to all the parties. She's very demure, very mindful, very considerate. She's like hanging back, right? And I think that's kind of the energy for you this month. Like, you're just taking a step back just to kind of figure out, how did I get here? How did I get to this point in my love life? In this, it's a lot of introspective energy that's happening because of a disappointment. The Justice card does represent legal things as well. So maybe this is involving a marriage, perhaps. If some of you are married and you're going through a rough patch, I feel confident that you'll work through it. I don't feel like this is a connection ending. If you're not married, you may realize, again, have this revelation of like, okay, maybe we're not strong enough to get there. Maybe, again, strong enough. Interesting, I say that with her, with the weight. Maybe it's not strong enough. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, right? It's a lot of revelations. I don't have the Judgment card, but it feels like a lot of a weight. I wonder how far it is in this shuffle. No, it's pretty far in. It's feeling like there's a lot of awakenings in this month of March. A lot of revelations. Where is the Judgment card? It's pretty, yeah, it's in the middle of the deck. Okay. I hope that's helpful, Taurus. Drop some comments below. Let me clear this and let's move on to your career and finances. Okay, Taurus, let's go ahead and look into what's going on with your career and your finances. Resetting my Light Seers Tarot deck that I like to use for my career and finances. I definitely want to get some more decks. I actually reached out to Street Priestess Tarot. I emailed them. I don't know if she got my email. I reached out to her because I want to feature some of her decks on my shop, my storefront, because she's got some new decks that I would love, and I would love to incorporate in the monthly forecasts. She didn't get back to me, so let's see. Okay, we're doing the same thing, Taurus. We're looking into what to expect, the unexpected theme of the month in your career and your finances. There does seem to be some sort of emphasis on security this month, so let's see where that maybe appears for you. Four of Pentacles again. Okay, this is okay. Just trying to heal. Again, back of the deck energy, Five of Cups. Maybe you're healing from a hurtful situation in your career. I don't know. Any guidance for Taurus, please? Two cards just came out. Manifesting and next level. We love that. One more for Taurus, please. Guidance for Taurus, please. Destiny and Prudence came out. Okay, I'll take it. All right. Okay, so what to expect is the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Two of Pentacles is balance, managing your priorities and managing your finances. And then the Four of Swords, which is about rest. I feel like this month you'll finally kind of be able to breathe. Now remember, what to avoid was your Four of Pentacles. So maybe this is about, like, again, scarcity. But so I do feel like by you avoiding a scarcity mindset, you're just more so focusing on keeping things balanced, keeping things together, not overworking yourself so that you can heal. And sometimes these are kind of when like love and relationships kind of bleed over into finances. There feels like you just need things to be kind of predictable in your finances and your career right now so that you can heal and rest from something, recover. The unexpected is the Eight of Wands and Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is resilience, perseverance, pushing ahead. Eight of Wands typically is about forward momentum, things happening quickly, moving on, moving fast, moving forward. When it's reversed, things are slow. So unexpectedly, there's going to be a slowdown in your career that you will decide to persevere through. Now remember, Mars is finally direct, but according to the Astro Girlies, even though I'm like an Astro Girly, you guys know I don't brand myself as an astrologist. I am knowledgeable about astrology. I do not brand myself or position myself as an astrologist. It's very, very intricate astrology. And maybe astrology feels that way about tarot. Maybe people in astrology feel that way about tarot, that it's like, maybe it's too much to be left to interpretation, perhaps. And I kind of feel that way about astrology. It's so scientific. I'm just like, this is too much. Anyway, whatever. So with this unexpected energy here, things might feel slow, but you will have to persevere and push through anyway. So progress specifically could be slow. If you're expecting some sort of forward, and I kind of think that's okay, because I think that's giving you time and energy to heal and recover in some way in your life. Theme of the month is Nine of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Pentacles is typically someone who's very independent financially and successful. When it's reversed, sometimes it's like someone who is either overworking or lacking self-worth. I'll come back to that. Four of Pentacles here again, withholding, kind of just trying to maintain what you have, hold on to what you have, a little bit of scarcity mindset. Page of Wands reversed, personal inner exploration, trying to kind of uncover some personal truth. Three of Cups, community. Like I said, theme of the month for you was 10 of Cups. You're really focusing on your community, family, relationships. And I think your community is healing you in some way, helping you to heal. Eight of Pentacles reverse, which a lot of times is kind of losing momentum, losing drive, losing willpower. And Nine of Swords reverse. I feel like you're doing the work to come out of anxiety, fear, and just stress. I feel like your whole goal this month is to eliminate the stress, and you're just trying to focus on what you know you can control. This Nine of Pentacles here, I think you are kind of like reevaluating what you deserve and like your self-worth as it relates to your career and your finances. I think you are reevaluating that, which would be a good reason why we have this manifestation card here. Maybe you're manifesting new opportunities, new beginnings, a new job, a new position, making a move, making a change. You have all the tools you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming soon. An opportunity may come to you where you can showcase your talent. Okay. Next Level came out, which I thought was lovely and feels like confirmation for the manifestation card. You're either about to take your finances to the next level, or it's time that you do. If your finances haven't improved yet, you can be certain they will soon. There's a chance of something extra in the air. I love when this card comes out. This is one of my favorite cards. Number one, I love Be a Boss on it because that feels like confirmation to me. This feels like something that you're doing either freelance. This feels like, or maybe even like, maybe you're moving into management of some level, of some sort, or whatever. Some sort of career advancement is feeling like, there's progression here. I feel like you're realizing that where you are is not where you want to be any longer. I don't really think those moves are happening this month. But remember, we had what to embrace, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity, new offer. I think you're in a position, Taurus, where you're like, I think it's time to look for a new job. I think it's time to look for a new role. I think that's kind of like the vibe for you. You're just realizing that you're ready for a change. We've got prudence. Don't let the balance of your credit cards get too high. Put something aside for a rainy day. Stay within budget and start living within your means. Okay? And then we've got destiny. Okay? Believe in your dreams and passions. It is calling you to follow them. Whatever led you to this point in your life, it was to direct you to your higher purpose. New exciting adventures await you. Don't look back, only look to the future. Yeah. So trust this. If things feel like, why me? Why now? This is just kind of part of your path. I love the message on this card. Whatever led you to this point in your life was to direct you to your higher purpose. Sometimes I wonder that all the time. I'm like, why did I have to go through that? Why did I have to do this? And da 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 da. And sorry, Taurus. That was just a body experience that needed to happen, I guess. I was thinking about this the other day of like, I feel like I've worn so many different hats, and I'm not even that old. Like in my career, I've just held so many different jobs, and I'm just wondering, I'm like, even where I am now, I'm like, how is this going to apply and be relevant for me in the future? Because you realize the older you get, it all kind of weaves together. You don't really, maybe you just kind of take an odd job here, but like later on, it connects for whatever's next in your journey, your career journey. So trust your path. Even if it doesn't feel like it makes sense, or even if you feel like you're off course. Okay. All right. I want to look into your oracle messages. We have Moldavite, which I saw first. All right. And then we had Diamond right behind that. I started to not take diamonds, but I feel like, spirit is intentional. So let's read Moldavite first, 35. Now these can be kind of long because these have a relation. There's a general message. There's a relationship interpretation and a prosperity interpretation, and then a meditation. So I'll try to read through it. Just bear with me. The essential meaning: transformation. We're reading Moldavite. Transformation, rebirth through fire, initiation and opening to new experiences, revitalization and renewal. See, this is why I like to read them at the end, because it really brings your whole reading together. New doors opened and you cross the threshold. It can be exhilarating to know that you are stepping out of the old and into a new self, ready for the unexpected gifts that come with this initiation. Moldavite Spirit's message is to know that as you walk through an open door, you are being reborn in a sense, for you will be different once you have made a conscious choice to say goodbye to what was. Rebirth always involves tension and struggle. Crystals can only form if there is plenty of pressure to change. If you are frustrated or uncomfortable, know that relief is on the way. So just focus on what is happening as a better tomorrow begins to reveal itself. Your passage into the new is assured. So be present, be open, be ready for healing to take place. This new experience requires a new you in a sense. A you that recognizes that you belong here, that you truly can let go of the old. You are loved, and the conscious universe is so proud of you. This is the relationship message. As you transition to a new you, you will become part of a new group of people, for you are having new experiences that differ from those that came before. Old friends will be there for you, but new ones will appear, drawn to your vibration, which resonates with theirs. Although you are being initiated into a new experience, you will not be alone, so leave your fears at the door. Your community will find you, and you will know that you belong as they embrace you as one of their own. You will feel the love as you adjust to your new role, confident in the potential of those you care about coming along with you. Encourage them to believe that they too can let go of the past and transition into something better. Prosperity message. The appearance of Moldavite Spirit is a pure sign that you are closing the door on the past in some way and stepping into a new you, ready for what lies ahead. You will not be alone, and you will encounter many signs that you have what you need and that your foundation is strong. I'm just going to pause there because remember, the manifesting card said you have all the tools you need to increase your income. You may feel a little shaky right now. After all, you're not used to this territory, but you've passed the audition, so to speak, and are ready to step into the prosperous life you deserve. Destiny. Okay, the destiny here, right? Moldavite, this is a meditation. Moldavite is a green tektite thought to have been formed when a meteorite crashed in the Czech Republic approximately 14.8 million years ago. It's a crystal heralding Massive transformation on all levels. This is not a stone to play with or take lightly, and it's definitely not recommended for those unwilling to step out of their comfort zone. Once we engage with Moldavite, we need to buckle up because things are going to get interesting. So that's interesting. Is it only like available in the Czech Republic? A lot of people I know like to work with Moldavite. I don't have Moldavite in my home. I just never felt drawn to it. But maybe you are. Maybe this is a good chance for you to work with Moldavite. So head to your metaphysical store. I like to see the crystals. Like every now and then I'll buy stuff offline, but I like to go to my local metaphysical shop and see what I'm drawn to. But maybe when you go get some Moldavite. All right, let's see what this card Diamond is about. I might not read the whole message for Diamond, but I might just read the general meaning. The priceless gift of time and pressure combined, beauty and the strength arising from trials and challenges, the right use of power. That's just the essential meaning. As co-creators with our fellow beings, we are meant to work together harmoniously, giving and receiving, taking turns and sharing the work, the credit, the fun, and the power of manifestation. Today, you are called to claim your power and exercise it with respect and love for all, even those who are hard to love, especially those who challenge you. You never know what silent struggles people are hiding, and your ability to express love is magnified by Diamond Spirit today. So listen to that part of you that wants to be kind and understanding towards someone who is making it difficult for you to come from your higher self. In other words, have patience and compassion for people that are annoying as fuck. Diamond Spirit has appeared to let you know that this is a moment to wield your power mindfully. You have earned wisdom over time as you have suffered much in your life and now are in a place of maturity and understanding. Avoid being reactive, for there is strength in quiet, loving gestures, such as the willingness to listen or to say, "I'm so sorry that you were in this situation." Often it is these gentle, it feels wrong grammatically. Often it is these It's these gentle actions that hold the power, that hold the most power, whatever. Your ability to move hearts is very strong right now. So even as you maintain healthy boundaries, make the choice to your own power and use it with wisdom and grace. In so doing, you align with a conscious universe who knows the healing power of love and compassion. Okay. Basically, I felt like Spirit was like, look, as you transform, don't pop off on people. Be mindful. Very demure, very considerate, very mindful. I was just looking at Jules' TikTok today, and she posted a video of like, you see how I don't crash out that I'm irrelevant? I keep posting my videos. I'm editing a podcast. And I'm like, she has 2.3 million followers. She's not irrelevant. And I think it's really interesting to watch, the rise of like kind of instant fame like that, and just now having to transmute that into something interesting. So I don't know why I brought that up. Well, because I said I used her very mindful, very demure. I'm trying to think if there's like a correlation there. I'm trying to think of like her career and just like kind of just having instant success, and she still has, to me, relevancy. It's really interesting what you perceive versus what other people perceive in your life, right? You might be feeling like, oh shit. And this is why I say all the time, people having millions of followers don't mean nothing, especially in the world of TikTok. And that's why I feel like, hold on, I'm going to get on my soapbox here for like a minute. I have like 3 different points in my head. I want to talk about what I think is going to happen with TikTok. And I want to talk about how you can't really focus on external validation. So I was just looking at her TikTok, and I think those are her pronouns. I don't know. Anyway, they, she, they, I don't know. I was looking at her TikTok and I realized she has 2.3 million followers, but her most recent videos only have like tens of thousands of views. So I think for her perspective, she's like, okay, people are not really engaging with my content. I'm not really relevant. I'm not making a splash. I'm not making a wave right now. And she was trying to make a joke about the situation, but I'm kind of, in my head, I'm just like, no, I think that she is in really an interesting position to like kind of continue to ride the wave. I think she maybe needed to, I think she's kind of let a lot of time pass between like her moment of demure and then like kind of having a life transformation. She like basically moved into a new home and she had all these PR packages. And every time she was like on her TikTok, she's talking about how she's kind of behind on PR packages and stuff. I don't know what's going on with her because it is really hard when you're a content creator and you have life going on. It's hard to feel like you're ahead of the ball. It's hard to feel like you're like on top of things. Um, but I also do think that's a mindset thing. So, but to me, again, I'm like, damn, she's got 2.3 million followers, people who know her name. But for her, from her perspective, it's like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not staying relevant. I'm not. And that's the game of social media, right? You're always feeling like you're fighting for relevancy and to stay current or to stay on topic or to stay a topic. And I think that's what we have to focus on kind of detaching from. I think when you are in content creation or when you are in any sort of career where you feel like you have to fight for relevancy, I think that's a strategy, right? I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, just focus on what you love because you don't have to focus on what's important. Like, no, you do. Like, I have to sit here and like make sure I make content for the new moon because that's relevant. That's what people want to talk about. You also can choose what is and isn't in alignment with you, right? And I think it's very important if you're trying to build anything to leverage platforms as you can, but make sure you create sustainability. So for me, I don't think TikTok is sustainable. In fact, I know it's not. Over the past years, we've seen so many social media apps come and go that are hot for a while and until there's a new app and there's a new thing that people move on to. What I feel has stood the test of time is freaking YouTube. YouTube has not gone anywhere. YouTube has increasingly always gone up because people use it for so many different things. People use it to learn things. People use it for entertainment. It's not going anywhere, YouTube. And I leverage TikTok because you can reach a lot of people quickly to grow your business, to grow your tools, to grow your platform and convert them to YouTube. That's how I was able to monetize my YouTube, by leveraging TikTok. But I'm aware that this isn't a platform that's sustainable because of the trap I just talked about. This is a platform that makes someone who has 2.3 million followers feel irrelevant. I don't really think that's healthy. I don't think that's healthy personally. But that's what that's doing to our psyche. And I'm just sharing that with you because I feel based on your reading, you are in a place right now where you need to lean into your community. You need to trust your path. You need to trust that even if things are slow, that things are still moving forward. And you need to, rest and recover. So even going back to her, like I mentioned, she moved and she had a lot of things going on. Sometimes you do need to kind of take a step back and like maybe you don't produce as much content as you used to. But I feel like I'm just trying to relate this to past content creation too. Maybe your output isn't the same, but the output that you do produce is quality. I think there are seasons when we can't get everything done and do all the things. But for the energy you do have, make sure it's quality. Make sure the projects you are working on are quality. Don't just churn and burn just to churn and burn. I think there's seasons for that, but I don't think that's the season you're in, Taurus. I don't think you're in a churn and burn season. I think you're in a season of making sure the work that you do is of value and is of high quality and is impactful to your community, whether that's your job or your business or whatever. Don't worry so much about likes and who's seeing this and whatever. That'll come. That'll come. That'll come. It'll come because you decide it will. And you can always pivot. You can always change. Like I used to do these forecasts on my own app. I had my own app in the App Store, and it was a whole thing, and it was expensive. And I was determined. I was like, people are going to subscribe. Da, 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 da. Like, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to push forward. But after about a year, I finally had to kind of come to the realization. I'm like, okay, people are not moving to this app as fast as you need them to. It's more expensive than it's worth to. It just wasn't a good financial investment anymore. I wasn't seeing enough ROI. Okay. And I feel like there are times for that. Like, even if you like believe, okay, this is going to work, sometimes you just kind of have to step back and reevaluate. Is this still working for me? That 9 of Wands. Am I still going to push forward with this? You got to reevaluate. Is this still worth it? Do I need to reassess? Remember I said your key goals to pursue this month, 3 of Swords. Something isn't working out, but the 2 of Wands reversed. You've got to realign, kind of rework the plan. Is this still going to get me to my goal? Okay. I'm saying a lot of things, but I hope the Tauruses that stay to listen to that, it was helpful for. I love you so much, Taurus. Book a session if you need a private one. I love you. I'll see you on the next one.